Hey guys, it's Sarah. So today's video is going to be my project pan update for July. We are halfway through the year. In some ways I believe that, in other ways I feel like this year has just flown by and we've all just been sitting at home for most of the year, which is kind of depressing when you think about it. But here we are, halfway through the year. I have a really exciting update for you guys. Just to go ahead and give you an idea of what this update will consist of, I will be bringing 5 new items into the project. 4 of those are items that are replacing products that I used up, and 1 of them is just replacing an item that I'm ready to roll out and roll something in its place. So let's go ahead and get started. Really exciting progress this time. This might be the most exciting update of the year so far. And just the fact that this is a Project 10 pan and there are going to be 5 new products this month is really exciting. It really kind of changes the whole landscape of this project. So starting with one really exciting update, I did finish the COVERGIRL Vitalist Go Glow Primer. I really enjoyed this primer. This is a classic example of a product that I really fell in love with because it was in my project pan. Like before I started panning this, I didn't even really know how much I liked it. I didn't really have a good feel for this product, but I really fell in love with it this year. I've been panning this since the very beginning of the year. So it took 6 whole months to use up pretty much the whole product. I mean, I had used it a handful of times before I put it in the project, but you can see my first line is right there. So there was really quite a bit left when I first started panning this. So it took quite a while and I really enjoyed every minute of panning this. I'm actually pretty sad to see it go, especially because I think that this is being discontinued, which is kind of sad, but really enjoyed that. And I will be rolling, of course, a new product in its place, and I will be sharing what that is at the end of the video. Next, I have a Complexion product. It's the BALMSHELTER Tinted Moisturizer. Last month I didn't do so well on this. I really didn't use it very much. I think I used it 5 times and my goal was to use it 8 times. This month I used it 12 times and my goal was only to use it 5 times. So made some really good progress this month. I really feel like we're getting pretty low on this. I feel like this will definitely be done by the end of the year, but if you look at where we started in January, I had like more than half of the tube left, and I've used up maybe about 1/3 of the tube, and I have maybe 1/3 left. So I'm guessing maybe 4 to 6 more months on this, and I really do enjoy this product, so I have no problem continuing to use it until it's done, and I do think it will be done by the end of the year. Okay, so next I have a face powder from Physicians Formula. It's their Healthy Powder in the shade LN3. I'm trying to use up some of my Physicians Formula products this year, and this took me a lot longer than I thought it would to hit pan. I put this in the project in April, and I really thought I would hit pan on it in the first month that it was in the project, but it actually took me until just a few days ago to finally hit pan. So I do have pan on this now, which is really exciting. I felt like I was so close for the longest time, but lately I've just been using a really light hand with powder, just because if I use too much powder, it looks cakey and kind of dry and powdery on my face, so I do use a pretty light hand with any kind of powder like this, but I'm really happy to finally be seeing progress, and I think that now that I've hit pan, it really won't be that much longer, because it seems like it's a pretty thin layer of product all the way across. So for a little while there, I was thinking maybe I should just declutter this, because I don't know. I'm not that big into powder these days, but this month I feel like since it's summer now, my skin has been getting definitely more normal than it was dry a few months ago, and almost even a little bit oily, if not just kind of sweaty, because I live in Georgia. It's super hot and humid here, so my skin has been naturally very dewy on its own, so I think that it does make sense, especially now that we're heading into summer, to be working on a face powder now. So I do feel good about this one. For a little while I was doubting myself, but now that I've hit pan, I feel like, okay, I can do this. So another product from Physicians Formula that I added into the project last month was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one is gonna be a while, but I did use this a lot this month. I used it 21 times, so I mean, not too shabby, but I feel like I still have a long way to go before I hit pan. I definitely use a pretty light hand with this as well. I usually just tap my brush in like twice, and I don't like rub my brush around in there, so it'll be a while on this one. I'm prepared for this to take a very long time, but I really would like to pan this, and I've seen other people do it, so I know it's possible, but we're gonna have to buckle in on this one. Okay, a few more really exciting updates to share. You guys know I've been really trying to finish up all of my Stila liquid eyeshadows. I had 3 glitter and glows and 1 shimmer and glow, and this month I finally finished all of them. So if you remember last month I had finished Diamond Dust and I was left with Kitten Karma, Gold Goddess, and then their shimmer in Kitten. And I finished all of them. They are done. You know, when you look at them, you can tell there's still a little bit left in the bottom, but as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's pretty much completely dried up what's in there, and I'm not able to scrape any of that out. I don't really have a spatula that is small enough to fit in there, so I'm really happy with the amount that I've used in these, and I'm ready to call them empty. Gold Goddess is finished. I just finished this today. This is the last time I used it. This took 2 uses this month to finish. Kitten Karma took a lot more uses than I expected. This took me 7 uses to finish this month. I thought it would only take 2, so I wore this a lot this month. There really was a lot more left in there than I thought there was, and I started to worry, like, oh no, maybe I won't end up finishing all of these this month, but I did manage to finish them. And then the shimmer in Kitten I used 3 times and was able to finish it. The stopper has been taken out of all of these, so I was really just kind of scraping out whatever I could. And yeah, I'm really, really happy to finally be done with these. I really ended up liking these products, finding new ways to use them, pairing them with all sorts of different looks. I really started to like them more than I did initially. They're still not products that I would really recommend or repurchase because I do think they're kind of tricky to work with, and they can be also kind of difficult to remove. So I probably wouldn't repurchase any of the Stila glitters. Maybe I'd look for some drugstore alternatives, but I'm really happy to see these finally done because they were really starting to dry up. The thing about these, especially the glitters, is that they dry up very quickly. So I really needed to finish them before they just completely crapped out on me. So those are done. That's 3 more products moved out of the project, which is so exciting. So those are the 4 that I have finished this month, and I'm really excited to be done. Like, you have no idea. I'm excited to move on. I'm excited to not have like 4 to 5 different eyeshadows in my project pan, because that is just, that's a lot of eyeshadows to be working on. Okay, so the other eyeshadow in my project, and this one is not done yet, but it is getting close, is the E.L.F. Long Lasting Lustrous eyeshadow in the shade Soiree. There is so little left in here. I can feel the end. Like, the end is in sight. And I have finished up another one of these before in the shade Toast, so I know it's doable. I've done it before, and this is not a lot left. So now that I don't have so many eyeshadows in my project pan, this will be the only eyeshadow that I'm focusing on. I can really focus on it, hopefully use it even more than I have been in the past few months. And my goal this month will be to use this 5 times, whereas my goal the last few months has been only to use it 3 times. So I definitely think I can do that, since I love this eyeshadow and it's the only one I have to focus on this month. So very exciting. Next I have 2 lip products that I've been panning. One of them is a Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Never Nude. This has been very, very slow progress, but if you do look at the paper where I've been marking it, if you compare where I am this month to where I started, I definitely have made a pretty big dent. What's really helped me with this is using it as a cream blush. When I use it that way, I do end up using more product than if I just do like one pass over my lips, because I'll rub it on the back of my hand a little bit and then pick it up with like a stipple brush or like any kind of cream blush brush that I would use. And so that is a good way to make some more progress on this. It's also a beautiful cream blush. So when I twist this all the way down, the level of the product is below the top of the plastic packaging. Does that make sense? Whereas it used to be sticking out over it. So that is really exciting and definitely goes to show that I have made good progress on this. Now that I have made a little bit of progress on this and seeing how long it takes to make progress on this, I've decided to roll this out and replace it with a lipstick that is older and more expensive, and that I think will be a lot easier to finish than this. So I'll share what that is in just a moment. Yeah, I'm ready to be done with this. I've really enjoyed focusing on it these past few months, but I feel like if I keep it in the project too long, I'm gonna get tired of it. So I don't want that to happen. And then the other lip product I have is the Tarteist Glossy Lip Paint in the shade Token. This is kind of like a cross between a lipstick and a lip gloss. It's a very opaque, glossy formula, and this is going really well. I really don't think there's a lot in there. In fact, when I look closely through the packaging, I can actually see some light coming through. And this is a mini size, so I put it in the project intentionally because I love the shade. It's a very easy everyday lip, and it's a mini, so it's not too hard to use up. I've actually been using this as a cream blush as well. I'm wearing it today. This is my blush today. It's a beautiful cream blush. It basically just acts like any other liquid blush. It looks very glowy and just, it's really pretty. And I'll just dot it directly on and then blend it out with a stipple brush. And I don't know, I really like the effect. This is a beautiful color. So I really think that by my next update, I can be done with this. Especially using it as both a lip product and as a cream blush. I really think it's possible because I already am kind of scraping at the sides to get any product out. I will not be taking the stopper out of this. I just don't want to. I don't want to mess with that. A lot of times I do take stoppers out, but I've learned that with like lip glosses and lip products, it's just not worth the mess. So that's the plan on that. Okay, so the 4 products I'm rolling in, drum roll please, I'm very excited. Actually no, 5 products. Let's start with what I'm going to replace this CoverGirl primer with, and I've decided to replace it with another primer. It is the E.L.F. Beauty Shield SPF 50 Skin Shielding Primer. So this is a product that I don't use as a standalone daily face sunscreen. I treat it like a primer that has a little bit of added SPF to kind of boost my sun protection for the day. So it's a great product for the summer, also because it's a very mattifying product, and if there's ever a time of year that I'm gonna wear a mattifying product, it's in the summer, so this is the time to use it. And this says it expires July 2021, which is a year from now. I have a lot left in here. I really haven't used much of this, so I need to start now. I think I'll enjoy this. I think it's smart to put it in now. I really haven't been getting out much, but I have a feeling I might be doing some more outdoor activities than I have been since it is summer now, and so it'll be nice to have a little bit of added sunscreen just in my makeup routine. And also, even on days where I'm not wearing makeup, this does have a little bit of a tint to it that just kind of like smooths out your skin tone. So I may even wear this on no makeup days over my regular sunscreen just to boost the sun protection a little bit and give me a nice smoothing tint to my skin. So I think that makes a lot of sense to add in right now. So wish me luck. I definitely don't expect to finish this anytime soon because it's literally almost full right now. I don't even think I'll finish this by the end of the year, but I just want to start making some progress on it. And I definitely know I wouldn't enjoy working on this in the winter, so that's why I've decided to put it in now. The product that I want to replace this Wet n Wild lipstick with is another lipstick. Like I said, the lipstick I want to replace it with is the Red Apple lipstick in the shade Beachside. I've spoken so highly of this lipstick. You can see it's a very soft formula there. It's kind of leaning over a bit. It's a very creamy, very almost glossy lipstick. I love this lipstick. I love the color, I love the formula, but it is very soft, which leads me to believe this is not going to be hard to pan. And like I said, I've had this much longer than the Wet n Wild lipstick. I think I've had this since like January 2018, so like 2.5 years. Really want to use it up before it goes bad because these lipsticks are not cheap. I think this was like $23. So to me that's kind of expensive and I want to get my money's worth out of it, you know? I think this is a product where we'll see much quicker progress on, and it's a great just everyday nude lipstick. It's a beautiful color, so I'm excited to start working on that. I really think that this will be very doable. So once again, I still have 2 lip products in the project, but I feel like that works for me because one is more of a gloss, one is more of a bullet lipstick, and they're both very kind of wearable everyday colors for me that I can just throw on no matter what I'm doing that day. And this is the year where I'm really wanting to use up some lipsticks and lip products. I've already used up 2 lip products this year, the Bite Lip Crayon and the NYX Butter Gloss, so I'm feeling good. I used to never pan lipsticks or lip products, but this is my year, okay? I have been on a cream product kick lately. I've just been in the mood to wear cream products every single day. I go through phases where I'm into creams and then I only wear powders. I feel like I'm constantly going through different phases of makeup. Sometimes it changes every other day. Sometimes I go through a phase that lasts like an entire year, but that's the fun of makeup, you know? You can always switch up your makeup style whenever you want. But since I'm so into cream products right now, I wanted to roll in two different stick cream products. One of them is one of my favorites, the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick. I have talked about this so much on my channel. It's one of my favorite products in my collection. And it's just this cream kind of neutral toned contour color. I'm wearing it today actually. And I came to a realization recently in my full face of all my favorite products video. I realized I really should give myself permission to use these products way more often, because I get really focused on the products that are in my project pan, all of which are products that I like, but sometimes I'll just forget about my favorite products because I'm trying so hard to use up whatever's in my project pan. So I really want to get in the habit of actually rolling in favorites and like holy grail products, because I really should give myself permission to use those things, because I'm happier when I do, you know? So I'm excited to work on that. I feel like it's definitely a realistic goal to eventually use this up, and because it's a cream product, you know, cream products do tend to go bad more quickly than powder products. I know I've already used up a good amount of this. I know it started out like with more of a point to it, and I've almost worn it all the way down to the top of the plastic. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I've never tried to pan, as far as I can remember, a stick cream product like this. So this is a first, but I feel good about it. And regardless of how much progress I make, I'm excited to use this because I love it. And the other cream product is a highlighter. This is the Ulta Face Highlighting Color Stick in the shade Pixie Dust. And I feel like I have like exactly the same amount left of this as I do of the Jordana contour stick, maybe a little bit less. But this I've had for even longer than the Jordana product. And so I just want to start making some progress on it. It really doesn't look like there's a whole lot left in here. I mean, it's still probably going to be a while, but I really, really like this highlight. It's just, it goes with everything. It's really, it just kind of gives like a wet sheen to your cheeks. And yeah, I just really like it. So I want to use it before it dries up. And then the fifth product that I'm rolling in is the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I find setting sprays pretty easy to pan. Not to say they're quick to pan, but they're just an easy product to incorporate into an everyday look. Now, this product is a little tricky because it does have alcohol in it as the second ingredient, so it's not something I want to wear every single day, just because I don't want to dry out my skin too much, and it does have kind of a drying feel to it. But I also think this is a really good summer product to roll in because it does give a very dewy finish, but it also kind of locks in your makeup, and almost like you can really feel it setting your makeup. It almost feels like hairspray. I don't love the feel of it, but if there's any time of year that I'm gonna want to wear this often, it's in the summer. So, and it's the only setting spray that I currently own. I do have a new one on the way, actually two new ones. Oops, you'll see. But I do want to start making a dent on this. It was very hard to measure exactly where the product is, but I'm estimating that it's about right here. It's very hard to tell because the packaging is black and I had to take off the cap to look in there, but it's a pretty small bottle though. This is only 2 fluid ounces, so I don't think this should take too long to finish, but we'll see. I'm just feeling reinvigorated this month, having used up 4 products last month. I just feel like I've got the momentum going, and now I've got 5 new products in my project to play around with and focus on, and it just feels really exciting. I wanted to make a quick just little housekeeping announcement. A few of you guys have told me recently that somehow YouTube hasn't been letting you know about my new videos, whether you had signed up for notifications and just not received them, or my videos weren't showing up in your subscription feed. I don't know, YouTube has been a little weird these past couple months, I think. So if that's been happening to you, or even if you don't know if it's been happening to you but you want to check, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and make sure that you select all, because there should be a few options: none, personalized, and all. You have to make sure you select all in order to actually get notifications if you want them. Now, if you don't want notifications, no worries. But yeah, and also I think YouTube has maybe been unsubscribing people just randomly, so may want to just double check and make sure that you are subscribed. But just a quick friendly reminder, and that doesn't just go for my channel, like any of your favorite channels, yeah, just a little reminder to check on that periodically, because sometimes they just randomly stop giving you notifications even if you wanted them. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'd love to see you again soon, and I'll talk to you next time.